Hi guys, welcome to Make With Me Monday. My name is Robyn French Smith. It's Monday, so it's time to make some stuff together. Especially since last week I didn't have a voice and I skipped it. And these gloves, my hands are sticky and sweaty because I've been working, but I'm gonna put my gloves on and then we're gonna get started. So today, I have a mold that I've been really wanting to try and I haven't had a chance to try it. So today's the day we're gonna try it. I have this ice cream cone mold from Chunkadust. I have one from Kato Molds that is like a different style where it's like, I just put it away today, so I should have kept it out to show you, but have like a different style where you have to like squish it together and like pull. Here, hold on. I'll just show you. Hold on. Sorry. It's like right here. Okay. I just put it away today, so I knew exactly where it was. So I have this Kato Molds one where you have like this long part and then you fill that and then you stick that in and then you unmold it. And it's not too bad to unmold, and I think I have a video on it on our YouTube maybe. But I want to try this Chunkadust one because it's a different style. So you have like the two halves, right? And we're gonna put one half in here, fill it, add the other half, and then it's a bottomless mold, which I really like bottomless molds. Like, I think they help a lot when it comes to unmolding. So then I'm gonna turn, see, it's like bottomless. So then I'll turn it upside down and unmold it like that. So I'm gonna see, because this style I know can like be a hang up for some people. So Karen says, hi, glad to see you, hope I'm feeling better. Yes, I am, thank you. Yeah, so I lost my voice and I did not know how long it like takes to get your voice back, because like so I had, let's see, how did it go? I did the face-to-face Friday, not last week but like 2 weeks ago. I did the face-to-face Friday, and literally by Saturday morning, like hours later, I had no voice, like completely gone. And I was like, this will blow over. It's like a 24-hour lose your voice kind of thing, you know? And it did not. So like then Sunday I texted Amanda and I was like, I don't have a voice, like I don't know. So I guess I'm not doing a Make With Me Monday. So then it wasn't until the following Thursday that I actually had my voice back all the way. Why does it take so long to get your voice back when you have laryngitis? Somebody explain it to me. Okay, so what I have in here is a full-size batch of the high humidity recipe. It's all the dry ingredients except for the citric acid, and all the wet ingredients except for my binder and my fragrance. And this is my preferred way to work with the high humidity if I'm gonna split the batch. So I know I've talked about it before, but I really want to like let you guys know. So this is 1,600 grams that's in this batch. So I'm going to split that and do an 800 gram batch, which should make me about 7 to 8 of these ice cream cones. But I know like people sometimes will try to take the recipe and like break it down, and I find when I do that I have more issues. So I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but I do think that this is like, it's easier. I have less problems when I do it this way. Plus it's like, you know, it's like less prep time because I basically have, I could have up to 4 batches if I wanted to in this little, from this one batch. So instead of prepping 4 small batches, like prep 1 big batch and then split it. Then you can get 4 bath bombs, like especially if you're still, so when I created this recipe too, like I was pumping out like hundreds of bath bombs a week. I don't make as many now because mostly what I do is this with you guys, or like write blog posts and stuff. So I needed to make like a lot of bath bombs at one time, but if you don't need to make that many bath bombs, then don't. Like, that's a lot, right? Lena says, woke up to 100% humidity outside. Oh my gosh. We're in a drought right now, which means like I'm at 58% humidity. so dry hair right now. I'm still doing the high humidity recipe though, because I like it best. So, and then I'm going to add my fragrance oil to this. So anyway, you don't have to do it this way. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know this is how I do it. So the fragrance I have is Pink Sugar Type from Nature's Garden. It will discolor, but that's okay because we're going to do ice cream cones and we want them to be brown-ish. But I don't want brown poop water. I know that you guys asked me to do a brown color study, and I did do a brown color study because you asked a lot. Like, it was a lot of asking. So I did do it. But I would never color my bath bombs brown on purpose with lakes, because I'm going to have brown bath water. So what I'm going to do, my preferred method, is not something I thought of. Other bath bomb makers who have gone before me thought of this, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of cocoa powder and get a nice light brown color. Now, I would have to add like a whole lot to get like a dark brown color, but I don't need it dark brown. I just need it to be a light brown. And it won't really color the water very much. And it won't leave a lot of residue. It might leave like a tiny bit of residue, but not a lot of residue. Like if I used mica would leave a lot of residue. This is all, if you look at our brown color study, which I will have a link to the brown color study. I talk about all this in the brown color study. But like, if I were to use mica, it leaves a lot of residue. And you have to use a lot of mica to get a brown color. So I'm just going to use some cocoa powder. That was like about half a teaspoon of cocoa powder. But you live your life. You do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to tell you. I have a whole bunch of these scoops. So cute. And this is from when I did the cosmetic glitter. Have you guys seen that? Okay, can you see the sparkles? Please tell me you can see the sparkles. Cosmetic glitter, baby. Cosmetic glitter, baby. Yeah, that's on our website now. It's free recipe. Cosmetic glitter. You can control all the ingredients in it, and it's like literally 3 ingredients. It's water, cornstarch, and a colorant. It's so easy to make. I know that you probably can't see it sparkling. I'll just stop. I'm like trying so hard. I'm like trying so hard to get the sparkle, but it's really sparkly in real life. Okay, wait, so you can see the sparkles. Thank you. And Samantha says, looks right, thank you. Danielle says, are they a different scent from the cone? Yeah, they are. But pink sugar is like super wonderful. It goes really well with pretty much everything. So I don't mind that. Here's that nice light brown color. Nice, right? And the fragrance oil is going to discolor it anyway, so I might as well just make it brown because I love pink sugar. But yeah, the scoops are a different scent. They're like complimentary. I have a bunch of like scoops that are like, so I did like 4-pack sets, and then I had like a bunch that were kind of left over and didn't fit in a pack. So I have a bunch of those kind of sitting around. So I figured some ice cream cones and set that on top would be a cute combo. Kayla says, now you need to make the glitter. It's awesome. I want to make some more. It's really awesome. Like, I have a couple ideas. I think that there's like, I think it's like the cosmetic sprinkles recipe where like there's actually other things that you could do with it that are like in my brain. So I'm excited to get a chance to get some more time with it. I'm gonna make some bath crack this week. And so bath crack to me is a really good time to like experiment because you can just like stick stuff on top of it. So I'm probably gonna do like some custom toppers for that bath crack. Okay, so that was my citric acid that I added that I didn't tell you about when I added it. And I gave it a little mixy mix. And then let's move my mixer out of the way. Bye, girl. We're done. Excuse me. I'm like, I'm gonna have this giant studio and I'll never need to ever move anything in alive, and it'll be perfect. And it's like not reality. Okay, so I have my citric acid in here, but I still need to add my binder. That was like 8 squats of water. I like water as a binder. You can use rubbing alcohol. You can use witch hazel. I like water. I think it works really well. Rose says, hola, sweet lady. Thank you. And then Kathy says that they could see the sparkles too. Thank you. I'm very excited about the sparkles. Yeah, so like I was telling Amanda, I think, I haven't tried it yet, but I think what I'm going to try next with the sparkles, the glitter recipe, is I'm going to use the little silicone mats that I have, that I use for the cosmetic sprinkles, and I'm going to put some of the glitter paste, whatever it's called, into those and see if I can get like little clear buttony type. I don't know. I think it might work though. They have to contract. They contract, so, and they kind of like shrink. So I don't know if it would work, but I think it might work, and it would be really cool. Just like a cool little like extra thing you could do, because you need, you know, right? You need more things to do. You need more projects. I know you do. Don't tell me that you don't. Okay, so when I added my binder, I'm like making sure that it's all mixed in. I'm like rubbing it between my hands because I don't want to have any little unincorporated bits, which will turn into warts later. Even though this is the high humidity recipe, it's not humid proof, okay? So I still use a dehumidifier. I still have days where like when I'm too lazy to come out here and empty my dehumidifier, I'll still have days where I'll come in and I'm like, oh, okay, I ruined a batch because I was lazy and didn't want to come out and empty my dehumidifier. So, which my husband was like super sweet while I was sick. He made sure to come out here every day and empty my dehumidifier for me. What a doll. All right, so it feels pretty good to me. It feels light and fluffy, but it does hold. Like when I do a drop test, it's holding. So I think we're good to go. All right, bestie, let's give it a shot. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I have to get more water. I think it's the water that's making me sick. You know? Raise your hand if you agree with me. Water is bad. Okay, so I know I weighed my entire recipe out in grams, but I'm gonna do my bath bombs in ounces because I live in America where nothing makes sense, so I'm just gonna go with it. And I'm not gonna include any embeds. I don't know. Maybe I should include embeds in it. Let me give one a shot, and then I'll see how I feel about embeds. Now I hate doing this, but I haven't actually tested this mold yet. So I hate doing that live because I don't want you guys to like see if like it doesn't work out for me. I don't want you to think like, oh, it's not a good mold. So I do kind of hate doing that on a live, but I really like Chunkadust molds and I trust them, and I've worked with these kind of bottomless molds before, so I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm good on it. Although I have a donut mold sitting in the wings. I think I've told you guys this before, but like I always try to keep a backup mold kind of sitting and waiting just in case something goes wrong, because you don't want to be like in a mad panic trying to find whatever, you know, your backup needs to be. Like, you know, always plan that you might fail, because it's a lot more realistic for one thing. Looks good though. So as you can see, it's bottomless, so there's no bottom There's no bottom there. But it looks like it's filled in really nicely. I don't feel like it's like hollow or I have gaps or anything like that. So my friends, I would eat that. I would eat that. Oh my God. Dang. Let's do that again, okay? Lena says, well, since I started drinking water, my health has gone down. I know. God. It's like not even fair. Actually, like, we've been doing a lot of hiking and stuff. I'm pretty sure I just, like, I don't know if it, like, you kind of like sense this from me. Okay, like, let's add embeds while I'm on this. Let's add embeds. But like, I can go a little hard sometimes. Okay, I can hit it a little lot sometimes. So, you know, I know that about myself. Okay, I'm aware of that. All right, I pulled some embeds out because, you know, let's not leave them boring. So we got some green, some teal, and some yellow. So it'll be pretty green water. And then, you know, somebody can use the bath bomb by itself or they can use it with the embeds, right? So the only thing that I did, so, you know, like, okay, as you start, wait, embeds, hello, put some embeds in, Robyn. As you start to work with bath bombs, molds and stuff, you'll kind of like get a feel for like, okay, this bath bomb might need this or might need that. So I'm the only thing I'm doing that's kind of special, like I'm not packing that one side with the lip, but the only thing I'm doing that's kind of special is I kind of leveled this off because you see how this has like a part right there. So I kind of leveled that off and then I like made that lip a little bit more prominent so I could make sure that that part fills in all the way. It's not a problem, but also that helps to make sure it's like a little bit less like wonky or lopsided. And then, yeah. Did it break anybody's heart when I just like I like unceremoniously picked up that first successful bath bomb and just like broke it, crumbled it up? I'm sure it did. Like, I probably should do like a trigger warning. Trigger warning. I do sometimes unceremoniously destroy bath bombs, so my bad. All right. So I'm kind of tapping it and then I can see when it releases. This is such an easy mold. I am like, why haven't I used it before? Ugh. I have so many molds though. Like, that's the thing. Like, I have so many molds and I have so many ideas and I have only so much time in the day to do them all. But this one is a for sure, like, if it's on your list to get it, go get it. Like, seriously. I don't even, like, okay. I'm hashtag not sponsored, so I'm just telling you. I just like to share the things that I have, okay? I can't share my toys with you, but if I could, I would. All right. Okay. Samantha says, have your water tested. You can buy the kits online. We found out that we have pesticide in water because, oh, girl, we don't drink from the tap. We do not drink from the tap. I live in a petrochemical town. Okay, did you guys hear about the ITC fire? Whether or not you heard about it. It was like a couple years ago. ITC fire, ITC factory, burning hot and heavy. That was literally like a mile from my other house and like 5 miles from my current house. But when I lived literally right next to it when it was happening. And they were like, don't worry, it's fine. There's like no chemicals in the air or anything. You're so super fine. And we were like, peace, we're out of here for about a week. So we don't drink the tap water here. Like, even though it's tested, you could just like, you know, look up the water purity, and according to the city, it's fine, but we don't do that. Haley says, is that a Kata mold? This is not a Kata mold. This is the Chunkadust mold. There is a Kata mold ice cream cone, and I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the live to like show you like the difference in like how they mold. So this is the Kata mold one is more like an up and down, and this is like a side to side. So, and this is a bottomless mold. So bottomless molds are not that common. I think, I'm trying to think if, I think inevitable. I'm sorry, Kayla. I think I think inedible soaps might have one or two bottomless ones. Like the teapot, I believe, is bottomless. And there might be like one or two more, but I've most commonly seen them from Chunkadust. So like the mermaid tail from Chunkadust is a bottomless mold like this, and it really like solves a lot of the problems that come with unmolding like kind of wieldy or awkwardly shaped bath bombs, where it's like, you know, how do you get the ding dang thing out of the mold? You know, sometimes like that's the issue. So yeah, and I'm sorry I did such a large batch. I try to do smaller batches on lives because it's like, how many times do you want to, is it like after a point does it like get boring to like watch me? But I did not do that this time. Oh, one of the things I'm working on right now, Amanda and I have a couple side projects going on that we're excited to tell you about soon-ish. But one of the things I'm personally working on is some embed magic. And those yellow that you can't see, hold on. Those yellow embeds are a different recipe that I can't wait to test. One of the reasons I'm glad that I switched and added some embeds to this, because I wanted to see how like they perform in the water. But yeah, like I'm kind of excited about it. It's hard to, for one thing, I'm working with the ratio of baking soda to citric acid in embeds, especially when it comes to embed bars, okay? Because embed bars are like, if you're gonna fail doing embed bars are like, you invest a lot of time, energy, resources, bloomed baking soda, etc., into an embed bar just to have a little bitch crumble on you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like looking at the ratios and seeing if we can like play with it a little bit, and yeah, I'm just working on that. Mel says they always get fingerprints on any of the bombs when they take them out of the mold. Yeah, that can happen. Luckily, I mean, with this one, you don't even have to touch it. Like, it's pretty awesome. Pretty stoked about it, actually. Guess I should move my image. I mean, look how perfect they look, though. Am I right? I am right? They look so good. Ah. So, I have to say, okay, so I'm only scared of a few things. I'm not scared of jumping out of an airplane. I'm not even really afraid. I'm not scared of motorcycles. I'm not scared of spiders or pretty much very few things. But cockroaches, like she says in What is that show? Oh, Russian Doll. Cockroaches. I am scared of cockroaches, okay? And last week or the week before, it's so easy. Look how good those look. Oh my god. Okay, so last week or the week before, I went to get something out of my pantry, and like it's like a wood pantry door, and I was like looking at the door, and like out of my peripheral vision I was like, it's a good thing that that knot right there isn't a cockroach, because that would scare me. And then I looked closer, and it was a giant cockroach, and I had to dispose of it myself. I tend to believe all things have the right to live, but not those things. And like literally ever since then, I have like every time I open my pantry, I'm like reaching in. So today I'm like reaching in to get that cocoa powder, and it's like, he's not in here, but maybe he is, you know? So it's like, I feel like my entire life is a lie, because you never know when those little beasts are gonna just come popping up. And I don't want to hear the lies that people say. They're like, oh, if it's hot, they're like, oh, it's looking for water. Like if it's dry outside, right? That's what people, he's looking for water. He's inside the house because he's looking for water. Well, there's no water in my pantry, so you're in the wrong spot. First off, you need to be in under my sink. That would have made more sense if you're gonna try to sell me on that lie. And then number two, when it's raining, then the same people will say, oh, they're just trying to get out of the rain. They're just trying to escape the water. So it's like, I don't believe you. That's, you sit on a throne of lies. Okay, I don't trust you. Schrodinger's cockroach. Yes. Look, I'm like scared of them enough that like I'm extremely upset that there is now an emoji of a cockroach. And like I have to, when I spell, like when I'm like talking about it to somebody, I have to like spell it and space the letters out, because otherwise my phone is like, hey, you want to see a picture of one? And it like pops up this giant emoji. And then anytime I look at my emojis for like, you know, days after, it's still there in my little emoji queue, like my most recently used emojis. Can't take it. Can't take it. Anyway, so bath bombs. I was going back through the YouTube the other day, and I was like making sure that I had answered like questions and stuff, and then I stumbled on the comment that somebody made like a long ass time ago. So it just didn't hurt my feelings anymore. It's just funny to me where they're like, you talk too much, or you talk a lot, and I was like, I do. I do though, but you also have the option to keep scrolling, sis, so you know, it's whatever. Okay, thank you. Meehan? Is it Meehan? Maybe it's Megan, but I'm like saying it wrong. Whoever that is who says that they're also afraid of them. I understand that it's an irrational fear, but I also think it's really rational. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also think it's very rational. Okay, so high humidity recipe. Let's talk about what I haven't done the entire time since I started mixing my batch. I haven't had to add any binder. That is what the high humidity recipe, like, that's its thing, okay? That's its like, that's like its calling card. That's like its it's like a hickey from, it's like a hickey from Kaniki. It's like a trademark, okay? That's like what it's like, that's like its deal, okay? Is that like once you get it good, you don't have to keep adding binder, which is really important in a high humidity environment, because you know it can go from like 0 to 60 really fast. So like when I say it's like, it's not humid proof, so it's not a humid proof recipe. What it is it's a recipe that's like formulated to work beautifully in high humidity without having to add extra binder. You still need binder. Please don't do that to me. For the love of God, don't tell me that you didn't use binder. Don't tell me that. Don't send me a message and say that you didn't use binder, because I'm gonna ask you why not. But yeah, haven't had to add binder the whole time. Have these 7, 8, knock on wood, because I think this one will be beautiful, perfect too. Perfect little ice cream cone bath bombs, and I haven't had to add binder the whole time, as long as I mixed it up real good at the beginning, made sure it passed a drop test, all that stuff, yada yada yada. It's good. And of course I will leave a link for it in the description, like, you know, if you're interested in getting it for yourself. Yeah, and it works best at humidity, relative humidity that's 60% and over, but it also still works at like 50% and above, right? Because it's like 56 here right now and it still did great. I'm just saying, like, it performs best when the humidity is slightly higher, but it's still a standout, did a standout job, if I don't say so myself. Or if I do say so myself. There's my dogs. That's cute. Yeah. So guys, I will include a link to, oh, Lena says, when am I using the other half of the recipe? I'm going to use it this afternoon, but I have been really bad kid sometimes and like left it for like a week and then like come back and been like, oops, and then still use it in a live and it still does pretty good. I don't recommend it. Like, don't do that. Like, do as I say, not as I do, you know? But yeah, I'm probably going to use it right away, but you can like stick a lid on it and kind of keep it for a day, maybe, you know? Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I will include links in the description. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, happy making. Happy making.